Hey, what's up guys? My name is Suka and today I'm going to be talking about the best way to improve your aim in CSGO. A lot of newer players tend to just jump into the game without taking time to actually learn the mechanics in the game. And a lot of the time, once you find a basic routine, you can find yourself improving quickly and it's a lot easier than most people think. There's not one necessarily specific way to improve your aim. There's literally thousands of worst shot maps out there that are specifically designed to help you become a better player, so we kind of have to sift through them and see which one can help you become the best. Well, first of all, you could play maps like aimbots or train aiming CSGO to improve your raw aim and muscle memory, but merely doing that really isn't enough. In an actual game of CS, you aren't just going to be shooting enemies that are standing still or just dots on the wall that are moving. That's why doing things like counter-strafing and holding your mouse in the same way as you would while playing a game well on these workshop maps are good steps to take while playing these maps. Because for me specifically, when playing aimbots, I tend to hold my mouse a different way. It's really weird. I don't know if other people have this. Maybe I'm just weird, but make sure to just do things that you're similarly doing in actual matches. Like, you aren't just going to stand still and shoot heads in actual matches. You're going to be counter-strafing, you're going to be peeking around like angles and stuff, so try and make it as realistic as possible. After playing on a map that's designed to improve your aim, going on something like a pistol deathmatch or a headshot only server is another good step to take. Although in deathmatch servers you'll often be killed from behind or just running around aimlessly a lot of the time trying to find people, you can actually translate that skill that you just got from playing on the workshop maps to help your muscle memory to an actual game of CS and making sure you're not overworking yourself just merely on workshop maps. You can also do this if you play on a map like Recoil Master and learn the basics of recoil, and then head on to an actual deathmatch server to put that training into actual use. There's no point of training and spending a bunch of time on workshop maps if you aren't actually like transferring that to the actual game. Sure, you could just become really good at flicking if you play aimbots all the time, but if you don't translate that to the actual game, it's really not going to help you. Balancing these two things can help you improve your aim drastically, but of course it's gonna take some time to do. Either way, this is a good routine to get into, and once you start learning the basics, you'll definitely see yourself improving. Just grinding out something like matchmaking for hours a day really isn't a good way to improve your aim. Sure, it can help you with learning basic game knowledge, positioning, rotation times, and 100 other things, but before getting into stuff like that, learning the basics like aiming and spraying is always a good start. Of course, grinding workshop maps as well for hours on end may not be the best way to improve either, because you'll need to transfer that knowledge to actual competitive gameplay, so finding a good balance or a weekly routine, daily routine, something like that to follow is always a good way to start if you're seriously trying to get better at the game, maybe like trying to go pro or just trying to rank up, like get out of Gold Nova or something. As for aim, there's a lot of aspects to it. It's not just purely flicking your mouse around and clicking heads. Another thing that players tend to overlook is that there's a ton of situations where moving your player model can help you find kills a lot easier than moving your mouse. When you're pressing WASD, the movement is a lot more what I like to call static than what you would have when flicking your mouse. Since holding down the key for a second or so is a lot easier than flicking the heads, considering you have pretty much, as I like to say, static movement, like you know how far you're gonna move. It's a lot easier to predict than moving your mouse. This is why having good movement is another aspect to having good aim. Counter-strafing is a really helpful mechanic that will help you find kills a lot easier without having to expose yourself as much. This is kind of getting off the topic of raw aiming and just going into like more general CSGO, but I might as well just go over this as well since, you know, you're here already, you made it this far, man. But to counter-strafe, all you have to do is press the A and D keys, and let's say you're counter-strafing left, for example. You would want to hold A to peek, and when you shoot, tap or hold D to strafe back, and you'll actually appear to kind of be moving on the enemy screen, but you'll still maintain accuracy, as you can see in this footage. Mastering this along with crosshair placement is another really good way to improve yourself in CSGO, at least for the basics. But besides that, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this video, so thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry my upload schedule has been kinda bad lately, but I do have some good videos planned, so thank you so much for watching. Of course, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and leave a comment if you did enjoy, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.